While it might not be a Honda two-stroke, the 2027 CRF450R is one of the most anticipated bikes of the year, with the biggest change to the platform in over a decade. Back in May, my dad sent me an email to a Racer X article covering the new bike and its enormous updates. I read the article while on a plane to California. I talked to my dad about it on the way to Glen Helen the next morning, and I included that phone call in my video.
I sent you an email of a story on the new Honda. Have you heard about the new Honda 450?
Yeah, I read it on the plane last night.
They changed everything. They started with a clean sheet of paper.
They dropped 6 pounds on a 450 engine.
Yeah.
That's nuts. 9 pounds on a 450 is no joke.
Almost 10 pounds,
yeah.
Pretty amazing. It seems to be working. Hurlings has won races in Europe on her already.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Thanks for the call.
Yeah, talk to you later.
Love you. Bye.
Love you too. Bye.
A couple days later, Ryan Dudek with Honda was at the Cardo Venture helmet launch event I was attending, where I had the chance to rip the 2026 CRF450R Works Edition and had a blast on it. Fast forward 10 days, I received this email from Ryan. Absolutely, I would love to attend this event, and the first person I thought of was Monty. He is the most die-hard Honda guy I know, who has taught me a lot on a moto track, and I would love to share this experience with him. Monty had prior plans to travel with his girlfriend during this time, but she immediately sent him this. She is a keeper. I, of course, had to mess with Monty just a little more, but
we're going to Millville, Minnesota for the 2027 CRF450 press launch.
Nice.
They say, oh my God, I see the way you shine. Take your hand, my dear, and place them both in mine. You know you stopped me dead while I was passing by.
Feels like Christmas morning. This bag is sick.
After getting settled in and saying our hellos, we headed to the presentation, where these really are the main stats about the new bike, but some of the details of how they managed to make that happen were incredibly interesting. As someone who likes to build engines and work on bikes, I've noticed how similar so many components are these days, even from different manufacturers. Honda stepped outside the box with this one, with an all-new clutch design that utilizes a rubber damper unlike anyone else, a redesign from the style of shift drum that has been around for ages, figuring out a way to make the starter system require 4 gears instead of 5. The whole thing is really impressive. It was even more cool to have 6 of the engineers and designers from Japan here with us, and to learn that it's a team of only about 20 in Japan who have designed and developed this motorcycle. One simple update I thought was fascinating was a thrust bearing in the linkage, and Trey Kennard was saying he's impressed they were able to put these on a production bike due to their cost. That is something I don't often think of when working on bikes, is what was a cost-based decision for the manufacturer. So it was cool to see that Honda is willing to make a higher quality production motorcycle, even if it does cost more. We checked out the bike with what I think is some pretty good looking new bodywork. After checking out the bike for the first time, Honda treated us to an absolutely spectacular dinner to fuel us for the next day of testing this bike. So thank you, Honda. We got a good night's sleep and headed to Spring Creek Motocross Park.
Just one more time. Ooh, I see you every time. And oh my, I like your style. You make me wanna cry. And now I beg to see you dance just one more time. So they say, dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh. I never seen anybody do the things you do before. They say, move for me, move for me, move for me, hey.
What is going on, guys? We're here at Spring Creek Motocross Park in Millville, Minnesota with the all-new 2027 Honda CRF 450. Honda has given us the opportunity to ride this bike. Brought Monty here with me, die-hard Honda guy, as you know. Monty, what are you thinking about the day?
I am on cloud 10. Whatever's above cloud 9, I'm there right now. I'm excited. We got Trey Kennard, Justin Brayton out there ripping. It's phenomenal. Can't thank Honda enough for this, and thank you.
Yeah.
I cannot thank you enough for this, Kincaid.
So we are stoked for the opportunity. You guys know I'm mostly an off-road guy, but I've been riding more moto. I've been on a handful of different 450s over the years, so I'm excited to compare. They also have two 2026 models, which they're substantially different. This is the biggest 450 update on the Honda in over a decade. Nearly 10 pounds lighter, 10% more peak horsepower, just shy of 4% more peak torque. So really excited to try this thing out, and we'll be able to do a back-to-back comparison with the 2026 . So let's go Rip.
Let's go Rip, dude.
Shout out to Eric, Ozzy, and the Showa techs who kept Monty and I dialed in all day, constantly changing the sag back and forth for each of us. And Eric gave me a rundown on the controls and the maps before riding this bike for the very first time.
So blue, 1, 1, 1, 3 slow blinks, that's map 1.
Okay.
Okay?
Perfect.
Good to go?
Thank you, sir.
K Savage, Justin Bray.
First lap on the 27 Honda 450 at Spring Creek Motocross Park. All right, the cable, and here's the freaking catapult. Yeah. We just bumped the brake pedal, the rear brake up a little. I don't know, maybe ½ inch. I think that should be good. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, boy. You got all day. Take your time, get comfy, figure it out. I do have to get used to where the shifter is. It's a little different. Yeah, I got that. Whew. Justin Brayton. That'd be a nice guy to tow in with. All right, what's the speed, Justin? Whoa. Starting to figure it out, let's go. I'm not gonna talk impressions until I'm clearing the track. I think that's reasonable. So you gotta drive. Yeah. Oh, you have that, dude. Holy Powell on demand. Give her some pepper, pal. There we go. All right, what's Chattanooga speed, dude? I want to hit it. Let's go! Holy sh**. Oh my god, dude! Oh my god, that was epic! Woo.
I finished up my first 5 laps, finally clearing everything on the track and beginning to feel comfortable. The bike was awesome, but I didn't want to speak too much on it until I was actually flowing. While I let my arm pump die down, Monty spun his first few laps on the new bike as well. We were both riding a little tight and knew we just needed to loosen up and ride the way we know how to. New track, new bike, new people. It was a big day. But after each of us had a little session under our belt, we were ready to try to let this big 450 bark.
So nervous though, I gotta calm him.
I know, me too. I was like, just breathe, dude. We got all day to figure it out, get the laps in. Dude, you were tossing it sideways. That was sick.
It takes a while to like trust and figure out how it works.
100%.
It's something for you that'll help a lot.
Love it, dude.
Watch out for going often on the gas.
I feel like I was blipping so much.
Yeah, so that's a problem. So with these bikes too, like as soon as you let off the bike will dive down, and then you get back on, it dives back up.
Okay.
Rather be more consistent on the throttle, because like something I even try and rates, and you'll almost never hear the bike fully off. Okay. The problem is because when you go off and then you go back on, it changes the balance of the bike from this to this. Okay. So if you just keep a little bit of steady gas the whole time, it kind of keeps the bike.
Don't drop it all the way.
The bike on top of the soil more. And then off, it really dives the bike in.
Okay.
Another thing to try and focus on: stay connected from your toe to your calves to your knees. Don't ever go lazy.
Okay.
Like make sure all those points are connected at all time. So if you can be squeezing that bike the whole time, especially with the sand, remember the bike's gonna move around. So if you locked in with it, you're happy with it moving around. If this is loose and that's loose, everything's gonna be double twitching.
You going back out? Going back out. Thank you, sir. All right, I spun a couple laps, Monty spun a couple laps. I'm just gonna go try and put in a nice couple smooth ones. Keep working on jumping everything. Little short on the catapult there, bud. You see me case the catapult?
No.
Case the out of it.
Are you okay?
I'm completely fine.
You want me to get a couple shots of you in this turn?
Boy, I'm not hitting that turn very well.
Let's do this little second one a couple times.
Sounds
You
good.
with that?
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're all good. I'm all pumped up. I got to get a little flow so I can spin more than 2 laps. Yeah, Monte. Monte's up on the 26. I'm on the 27. Got our guy Trey Kennard hyping us up. Burn through this pump just a little bit more, so gonna go see if we can flow, man. Felt like I got one good lap, starting to really feel it, and really got to piece together a couple for a proper, you know, test of this machine. Yes, sir. Ready to rip it? Woo! All right, here we go, baby. Best lap so far. More than one lap. We just put this to the soft map. So 1 was standard, 2 is mellow, and 3 is all the juice. By no means am I a 450 expert, but I honestly feel like I tend to like a little bit stronger maps. I'm like, if you're gonna ride a 450, I almost am on the side of you might as well utilize the power. I know they can be hard to control, but I like that quick hit and acceleration. So we'll see what I think on this one. Honestly, the way it revs out just isn't quite as aggressive. I feel like the low end's similar, and then it just kind of signs out up top a little bit sooner on this map. Okay, there's a quick, well not a quick, relatively slow lap on 2. Let's put it in aggro mode. This is the map width that'll give her the berries, so don't overshoot the catapult, buddy. Oh yeah, dude, the way it revs out on top is so different. It just keeps pulling in the hot map, whereas it kind of signs off in that mellow map.
catapult is such a sick booter, dude. Yeah, Monty. Monty's about to get his flow going, and we're gonna see him absolutely tearing up Spring Creek MX. Oh yeah. Yeah, Monty. Yeah, buddy. Yes, sir. All right, now Monty's gonna be gone. Yahoo! Yeah, buddy.
I know how to ride a dirt bike.
Yeah, I know you do. Let's go. Oh, Monty's going high here. Oh. Oh, and the boy has got it slow. The boy is about to get nasty with it. Oh, freaking worked, baby! Couldn't be happier about it.
You good?
I'm great.
You want to go out somewhere? Or are you going to come in for a little bit?
Come in for
Okay.
10, 15 probably.
Perfect.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. That was heavy.
Yeah? You notice the difference?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back out for a few laps. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're good.
I think I like map 1. Did a couple laps on each. 2, I feel like it kind of signs off earlier. When you're in the RPMs, it kind of kills it sooner, but the bottom's similar on all. I think 1 was kind of a nice sweet spot. All right, I've spun enough laps to give some thoughts so far. Again, not that much time on 450s on moto tracks, really at all, but I have ridden a lot of 450s at this point. So I will say, hang on, let me get some focus to hit this catapult. All right, I will say for all the 450s I've ridden, this is the most flickable. The weight is undoubtedly noticeable. I mean, I've spent a good amount of time on Monty's CRF450, and man, I mean, this is a 25, but like nimbleness of just the chassis itself, the maneuverability is not far off that 250, which I know is crazy to say on a 450. I like how Monty was going high here. Better run into this table. Again, I know all these modern 450s have an insane amount of torque, but I've been noticing, like in the sand rollers too, man, if I just want to pop the front wheel, just a little, the freaking torque of this thing is unreal. Like any RPM range, really anywhere in the RPMs, I think is the big difference, I'll say, compared to, you know, I'll use my YZ450 MX I had as an example. I felt like I had to be in the right gear and relatively correct throttle opening to bump the front wheel if I really needed it, you know, in certain situations. Whereas this bike, the instant torque, watch this, front wheel up and all the way over that roller with really not a good setup for it. So before riding the 26, these are my thoughts on the 27. Crazy nimble, most flickable 450 I've ridden, power on demand. Oh, that's my best drive through the roller so far. It's just scary as oh, look at that front wheel flow, dude. That 450 torque. Woo! Oh, what a fun motorcycle.
Nice.
Yeah, buddy.
That was good, dude. You look smooth.
Thanks.
Minnesota's hot, dude. But so is the CRF450.
After our first couple sessions out there, we sat down with some of the Honda engineers from Japan to provide some initial thoughts and feedback on the bike.
How did you feel engine power?
The engine's incredible.
He's like, man.
Between how nimble it feels, I mean, the last Honda 450 I rode was a 22. For how nimble it is and like going through the rollers, it's got all the torque you need.
Did you feel triple crunch walking?
I was listening to the interviews and the downsides that people were saying could happen with the slippery nuts. I never felt that at all or anything like that. Yeah, I mean, it felt great to me.
I feel like his comment is naturally working through the crunch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
How about suspension?
I cased the catapult right to the very top and I rode away, so suspension was good.
Oh, well, the frame's strong too.
Yeah.
How about gearing?
Gary, I had no complaints on Gary. Yeah.
How was handling and stability?
Handling wise, I feel like I just keep thinking about how nimble it is. Like it feels like it's the easiest corner 450 I've ridden.
Yeah, which is impressive because I feel like people have said that for a long time about the Hondas, but they've also said they're very unstable. Not very unstable, but that was like a knock that they've had. Have you felt more stability on like straight line fast stuff?
I suppose I need to ride the 26. A couple times I front wheeled like in and out of a rut and it drove straight through it, which I was impressed with.
Did you feel right?
I mean, I was saying like I've been riding his 25, 250 a little bit, and it doesn't feel that much different than that in terms of how nimble it is. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it's more, but it is a nimble 450.
Yeah.
How does it work with the testing? Like, do some of these bikes get ran for countless hours? I mean, not a dyno for like
probably run them on engine
long duration.
Yes. Yeah.
How long?
Top secret.
Yeah, I don't think I have any other questions right now. We're happy.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Eating like Team HRC, brother?
That's what Hunter eats every time?
Done.
It's good.
All right, just wrapped up a delicious lunch with the Honda crew. Thank you guys for everything you're doing for us here. Hopping on the 2026. The 27 is quieter for sure, man.
So I put in a 15-minute moto on the 2026 in an effort to really understand the differences between the two bikes. I certainly didn't hop on the 26 and think it was lacking, and I felt good on it too. But I will say the weight difference was immediately noticeable. The 27 is undeniably easier to maneuver, easier to corner, and easier to control. The power and throttle response on the 26 feels just a little choppier, while the 27 is incredibly linear and smooth all the way through rolling onto the throttle. Smoother power coupled with a lightweight feel really is a phenomenal combination.
10 pounds on a 450 is not insignificant. Like, that is a noticeable change in the way the bike handles. I mean, just for me, generally riding slightly less displacement, you know, my motorbike's a 350. 450 is gonna be a lot to toss around. And boy, the 27's nimble.
Again, I thought the 26 was great, but the 27 is just a little better everywhere. Monty ripped a moto on the 27 while I was gathering my thoughts on the 26, and I was really excited to compare our thoughts and see if Monty agreed.
Monty is on the gas now. Just took the boy a morning to find his flow. tuck the front. It's bound to happen eventually. All right, Monty and I are paired up on the Cardos so that I can tell his quick ass to slow down for some follow cam. We'll see, brother, we'll see.
Now, as Monty and I went out for one more moto with me on the 26 and him on the 27 before switching bikes again, Jordan Powell got this sweet shot of the two of us through the sand rollers, and I thought this was sick because it reminded me of a shot from 3 years ago at one of our local riding spots. I was on the CR450 I built, and Monty was on his CRF450, but I just thought it was cool and a big full circle moment, as I really can't imagine what Monty and I back then would have to say if you told us we'd be riding fresh Honda 450s through the sand rollers at Millville with HRC.
I'm doing that for 35 minutes.
Oh, the scrub, daddy! Yeah, my initial reaction is I like the 27 more.
Significantly, so much more stable.
I felt faster on it, smoother on it. We'll see if that's true or not in a second.
Yeah. Especially on a much more beat up track as well.
Yeah, true.
Have fun out there?
Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll take a quick Swiss sip and do a swapperoo. Thank you.
Like, there were some tighter corners on the 26 where if I was in like second gear, get on it, I could feel it like pitch really bad, back and forth. On the 27, I haven't felt that at all. Oh, yeah. Yeah, what I was saying on the 26 model, how I felt like you could, like, on acceleration chop, I feel like on the older bike and on my 250, you can feel it like bad, and it kind of like knifes you and like gets weird pitch. I don't know if that's what you were feeling.
Yeah, in that corner, that's the rut I've been hitting all day, and I was hitting it with the, obviously on the 27. I feel like the rut's gotten harder. It's got like two different angles to it, and I'm getting caught in that final bit. But we'll see if that's correlated to which bike we're on or not.
See, and I feel like on the 26 I was doing that run pretty well, but on the 27 it just feels like way more planted through it. Hey Mark, big fan. How was it?
Good. Yeah.
Good?
Only rode the 26.
That was sick watching you out there. I was like, oh god.
Dude, we were connected on comms, and he goes, "Where did he come from? I didn't even know he was in our area code yet."
I didn't hear anything, and then all of a sudden just, whoa. I was like, whoa.
Spun a lot on the 27, and then I spun a lot on the 26, and now we're back to the 27. Both of us think we like the 27 more, so this is going to be a good confirmation of that for me. It's quieter, it's smoother, it's lighter. I'm gonna go right in by hitting the rut I was talking about, see if I hit it better on the 27. I'm starting to get freaking swirly in it on the 26. But the track's just getting gnarlier too. This rut.
He's gonna get me right up the top.
Man, dude. All right, we're about to find out. Just smooth and quiet. I mean, it just feels like a Such a refined product, man.
Man, he's going! He's going on the 27! Dude, I can't hang with him. He is ripping. I'm gonna say it's the bike. Now this rut does more. God, this is rough. Yeah, no butter. Oh my God! Do you feel any difference?
Yes, for sure. They are
More
both
stable, dude.
Yeah, I mean obviously the biggest update was the motor.
Yeah.
6 pounds and more power, but somehow it's also smoother.
Though.
What?
Usable power.
Yeah, it's so smooth.
Yeah.
Well, dude, the freaking exhaust is 7 inches longer.
Yeah, true.
Between the head and the pipe. It's like they found a way to, yeah, it's good, man.
Yeah, it's super sick.
Just in general, I feel smoother on this thing. Ew!
Got some gravel bike training.
Dude, I know we're not on the bike today.
Heck yeah.
Don't tell Honda.
Don't tell Honda.
The 2027 Honda CRF450R has just about tuckered me out for the day, fellas.
I know I've done this before, but it's a minding racer. I'm waking up on the floor. I gotta get my life back later. SOS, I'm calling in. SOS, I'm calling out. SOS, I'm calling in. SOS, I'm falling now. Upside down, upside down, upside down. My life is a roller coaster, roller coaster. Get me off this roller coaster. I'm in too deep. I feel too much. I'm insecure. I fuck things up. I'm in too deep.
My boy is tossing that 450 around.
Dude, I just saw my shadow in midair and I was like, I'm kind of sideways.
You look good, dude.
Freaking phenomenal.
Make you want to force fatty again?
Yeah, it really does. It's good.
It's good.
I'm biased, but it's
It's
good.
so smooth. It's just so smooth.
Casey, Sawyer, I owe you guys a call, but it's good. It's really good.
What should we tell CJ?
That it's somewhat okay.
For context, CJ just bought a 26 Works Edition, and they are still sick, sick, sick bikes, but the 27's better. Dude, one day on the 2027 Honda CRF450R at Millville, got to hit the famous catapult. That is a booter and a super fun jump. You guys know from my videos, if you've watched many of them, that I'm pretty happy no matter what bike I'm swinging a leg over. I rode 22 bikes in the same day and I had good things to say about most of them. So I knew going into this, I was gonna try and not have any bias. It's hard coming to a place like this, at an event like this, with a bike like this, to not already have a preconceived notion of it's gonna be a great time. I was so thrilled that they had the 26 to test back to back with the 27 because it honestly reinforced everything that I thought I was feeling about this. When Monty and I went back to back, we had very similar feedback for the 26 and 27. And then when I went back to the 27, you said you thought I was pulling a little harder, and I had a really hard time keeping up with you on the 26.
Yeah, when you were riding the 27 and I was on the 26 follow camming you, I was doing everything in my power to keep up with you. versus when I was on the 27, you were on the 26 following me, it'd be like I'd push it for 2 sectors, then have to kind of slow up and wait and chill. But with the 26, it was like everything in my power to keep up with you. So
we'll preface this with Monty generally pulls a couple seconds on me a lap at most tracks we ride, if not a little more. So to be in a position where directly swapping machines, I was better on the 27 and then, you know, a little less fast on the 26. It's actually cool to confirm what we were feeling. I mean, the 26 is an incredible bike, but then you compare it to this refined machine and it's really impressive what they were able to pull off. This bike is quieter, it's smoother, it's lighter, and it's faster.
Yeah.
All of those things are true. Like,
I think another thing to mention too is the stability on this thing is much improved, I would say. On some of that faster straight line stuff, even through the sand rollers, I felt very stable in it.
Yeah.
Versus I think I would get pitch on the 26 and kind of get jerky. Still good by all means. Still a Honda, but.
Right. I mean the Lawrence brothers are dominating a
fine.
championship on the 26 right now. It's no slouch of a motorcycle, but to have the opportunity to compare it back to back. I mean, talking to my dad, man, I feel like we've been saying for 10 years, how much better can 4-strokes get? And they just keep refining these things. I mean, I said multiple times on the POV that this chassis feels a lot like riding your 250.
It does.
With so much power.
It felt very similar. And it's throwable kind of like a 250 in corners and stuff. And it opens up, but not scary. It's
yeah.
good. Yeah. I liked map 2 on this, probably because I'm a little bit of a chicken and still don't want that much power. And I think it did kind of tone it down a bit. I rode fine in map 1, didn't like map 3 at all. I'm not good enough for map 3. But which one was your favorite?
I think I liked map 1 the best. Map 1 being kind of medium, map 2 being the softer map, and then map 3 being super aggressive. I liked 1 because I felt like in 2, you got to the mid-range and the bike kind of signed off. It's like, this is as hard as this gear is going to pull. Yep. With your moto experience, you're probably carrying a little more corner speed out of everything.
It could be,
where
for sure.
You're just a little smoother.
Yep.
And for me, not having as much experience on a moto track, I was able to not ride corners that well, use all of the power that map 1 had without getting too sketchy being in map 3. And, you know, a jump like the Catapult doesn't have too big of a run-in. It was a
TV doesn't do it justice.
Yeah,
okay?
fairly quick setup on that. So I'd come out of a corner, not even dialed, you know, maybe be a little sloppy and know that this bike was gonna pull me over that jump. So,
but not wheelie scary kind of coming into it.
Right.
It's good.
I'm not a tester by trade. I just like riding dirt bikes. But man, this thing is a really, really refined and smooth 450.
Kincaid and I are both, you know, decent, but we're the epitome of average riders. We do a little bit of everything. Is there one thing, like, for the average dude that you think is gonna love this more than maybe anything else?
You know, you could argue for a lot of average dudes, a 450 is not necessary.
Yeah,
but
true.
Coming to ride a track like this might be scary for me on a 250. I'm not sure. Like, you know, clearing the Catapult, I don't know how it would feel on a 250. So having the power yet the nimbleness is so nice. And I think the thing I noticed most about this, and the 26 did it too, but not as well, I found it easier than any 450 I've ever ridden to do exactly what I want to do with the front wheel.
Yeah, that's cool. I've ridden almost every generation of Honda since fuel injection, and this one has definitely been the best so far. I think the biggest thing I felt was just the stability was amazing on this. And I think that's a combination of all the ergo changes and a way more linear power curve, in my opinion. I used to be terrified of 450s. Not terrified, but they would just kick my butt every day because it's, you know, on, off, hard. You're wheeling, pitching. And I thought that it was much smoother on this, for sure. But still had all the power you could ever need. Like, you could go out of a 10-foot corner and hit a 50-foot double and have no issue, but it wasn't scary.
The concept of faster and smoother doesn't seem like it should really exist, but they actually did nail it with this.
Yep.
I also want to say the fact that we're even here in Millville, standing behind this 2027 Honda 450, cannot thank Honda enough for this invite. You know, as someone who just started building bikes on YouTube and riding for fun, and to get this invite and to be out here and have you guys, you know, want to watch this and hear our thoughts on this bike is incredibly exciting and really just a big full circle moment for where hard work can take you. So big thanks to Honda.
And big thanks to your dad, because without that phone call with your dad, we probably aren't here right now.
Shout out, Dad. And I'm glad you were able to make it happen.
Thank
we got to
you
give a
so
shout
much,
out
dude.
to Kat for letting this guy come.
Yeah. Shout out my lovely girlfriend. She is amazing. Moved a vacation around for this trip, so cannot thank her enough because this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Eric, we got to get you in this video.
Yeah.
You're the man.
was awesome, guys.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I really appreciate everything today.
I had a fun time with you guys. Glad you guys liked the bike.
Yeah, we had a blast with
It
the
was
bike.
phenomenal. Looking forward to seeing your content.
Appreciate it.
So that would conclude our day riding the all-new 2027 Honda CRF 450R. This was such an impressive operation to be a part of and see how many hardworking, dedicated people it takes to make an event like this happen. We enjoyed an ice-cold PBR after a long day ripping, a final dinner with the whole crew, and then we began our journey home. And man, as a few days have passed, I found myself thinking a lot about this dirt bike. I'm really looking forward to the RX and potentially trying it out in the woods where my riding tends to shine, and who knows, maybe I'll ride red one of these days.